Jon Rahm. Rahm comes in $11,200. He is pricey. Chase or fade Rahm is your favorite play here north of 10K.
Yeah, this one's going to be tough. I think the price tag on Rahm is actually too inexpensive. It's too cheap with what he's able to do at Torrey Pines specifically. And he dominates this course, this area of California at Torrey Pines. And San Diego is, like he's mentioned it, his second home. So I don't mind if you want to pay up. But you talk about guys like JT, Hideki. DJ hasn't played yet this season, but he does extremely well in California. And Xander Schauffele, he came up a runner-up, right? I know I just did the Geoff Ulrich where I mentioned everybody in that range, but I'll chase Jon Rahm at the top because I think a lot of people are going to look at what he did last week and say, maybe he's not there just yet, but this guy dominates San Diego.
All right, so Geoff, now you need to mention everyone, but give me your favorite.
Respectful. Reid is right. Rahm is too cheap again. I mean, he was too cheap last week, but the putter just didn't get hot. It's not like he played that badly. He was right there, still a top 20 finish, and now he comes to his favorite track ever in Torrey Pines. I get that the field is more elite, but it does feel like a spot where people are just going to be talking themselves out of using Jon Rahm in big fields, and I'm not even sure if his ownership is going to get to the point where you need to worry about it too much. I mean, look, you can make great balanced lineups here, and I think, again, that's probably just going to draw a little bit of ownership away from Jon Rahm. But realistically, this is the number one player in the field by a pretty wide margin at this point. JT, when he gets hot, is great. Hideki's playing well, but like Jon Rahm's the best player in the world. He's not really priced, like there is that big a gap. So you're getting a really good price, and you have a spot where the field is probably going to be inclined to make all these fancy balanced lineups. Yeah, you should probably just roster Jon Rahm. He's a little bit too cheap here.
All right, Len, so we got a couple people chasing Rahm. What do you think north of 10K, 11-2?
Yeah, I agree a lot with what Reid and Geoff said, that, 11-2 is a very fair price for a top guy on the board. Doesn't seem we see the 11-7s, 11-9s that we used to in the past few years. I mean, maybe just the fields are too good and the guys are too balanced and stuff. My big argument against Jon Rahm is that if you play Jon Rahm, you'll have to probably dip into the 6,000s. And I'm having a lot of trouble really identifying guys in this quality field in the 6,000s who I really feel good about. So I think Jon Rahm is a great play, but just be mindful that if you do that, you're going to have to go elsewhere to fill out your lineup with some guys toward the bottom.